My life after seminary, from burnout to breakthrough, from wandering to worship. After graduating from seminary in 2020, I returned to my home church in Tuba, Benguet to serve as a volunteer pastor. Though my academic background was in education, the theological foundation I received from BBSI equipped me to preach and shepherd. I was also blessed to be sponsored again by the Monte Claro family for another semester to deepen my pastoral training. That year, I juggled three major responsibilities: pastoring my church, studying theology, and teaching online at Grace Academy in Baguio. It was one of the most exhausting seasons of my life, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. By 2021, the weight became unbearable. I spiraled into depression. I would preach a short message on Sundays, then lock myself in my room, feeling empty, disconnected, and unloved. I began to believe the lie that my church was against me, that no one cared, not even my family. The ministry I once loved began to feel like a burden I couldn't carry anymore. But God did not give up on me. Through the help of friends and mentors, I slowly found my footing again. God gently called me back to Himself, reminding me that His strength is made perfect in my weakness. In the year 2022, I resigned from teaching and declined the official pastoral call of the church. But I didn't stop serving. Instead, I chose to volunteer for a year, focusing on discipling and training the youth. I led them in missions exposure and helped them realize that ministry isn't just inside the church walls, it's everywhere. Out of this passion, I formed a music ministry called Heraldsmen. We traveled, sang in different churches, and held two major concerts at my home church, something they hadn't experienced in over 2 decades. More than just performances, they became platforms for discipleship, healing, and revival. It was not my strength, it was God's enabling grace working through me. Still, the challenges didn't stop. My family began to pressure me to get a real job to help financially. I felt guilty and lost. For a year, I wandered like a prodigal sheep, applying to various jobs, even overseas. I tried working for a retail company, but only lasted a month due to unhealthy environment. I passed the call center exams and interviews, but never made it to training due to repeated work schedules. I was confused, anxious, and questioning everything, until God literally stopped me. I got into a motor accident and lay unconscious in the middle of the road for over 30 minutes. I woke up in the hospital with a fractured collarbone, but by God's mercy, no surgery was needed. That accident became my wake-up call. I realized I had been running, not just from responsibility, but from my calling. Right after I received an invitation to join the BBSI gospel team for the summer ministry, they needed tenors. I prayed, spoke with my family, and finally made the bold decision. This time I will follow God, not expectations. We ministered in Palawan and Mindanao, and my heart burned once again for missions. I prayed for clear direction, and the night before our tour ended, I confided in my mentor. I want to study music again in the seminary. I want to serve God with my voice, but I don't have the means. The next morning, he told me that someone had already sent a partial payment for my tuition. It was the confirmation I needed. God was saying, "Welcome back, my son." I returned to BBSI as a music student, while also serving as a youth pastor and a choir conductor at a church in Pasig City. It was a fulfilling year of restoration and renewed vision. Before the school year ended, I joined another gospel team tour in the north. As we traveled and ministered, I prayed again, "Lord, lead me to where I can settle and serve you fully." An opportunity came from Compassion International, a missionary role in Thailand. I passed the interviews but sensed something wasn't right. They never responded to my follow-up questions, so I took that silence as God's answer and respectfully declined. Then came Cambodia. A church reached out. They were looking for a Filipino full-time pastor. I didn't hesitate. My heart leapt. I said yes immediately, with no dramatic story, just a simple, surrendered yes. I knew in my spirit, this is it. This is what I was made for. Missions has always been my heartbeat. While waiting to leave for Cambodia, I stayed with the gospel team and served in more mission fields. One of the most unforgettable moments was conducting a 400 plus voice choir during the National Missions Congress in Baguio City. It was a humbling, glorious experience, standing there once broken, now fully alive in His calling. I am now fully committed to the foreign mission. Looking back, I see so many Jonah moments, times I ran, doubted or delayed, but God in His mercy kept redirecting me. From seminary to sorrow, from failure to faith, from wandering to worship. He never let go. And today I declare with joy, here I am, Lord, send me.